Hello everyone, welcome to another session on dollar INR. Today I am going to start with dollar index and let's look at the dollar index DXY chart. Remember, this is a daily chart. Okay, so we are looking at the daily time frame and you are looking at a reasonably long period. Okay, this is almost like 1.5 years to 2 years. Okay, so if you look at this chart, we have seen this region as a very decent resistance region, and that is around 125 to 163.64. Okay, just about quarter to half% range, around 150, and it had resisted multiple times and we saw a breakout here. Okay, I want you to zoom at this particular area and please have a look at here. Okay, so we saw a breakout of this region here. Okay, this is somewhere around 18th 19th June, and after the breakout it went as high as 101.80. Okay, 101.80, and now it has come below to that region again. So first we have seen a breakout and then now we are seeing a pullback, a classic technical analysis phenomena, what we call as a breakout first and a pullback to this same region which was earlier a resistance. Now it will act as a support. Okay, I will also want you to have a look at these two candles here. Okay, in both these two candles you have long lower shadows, which means there were decent buying interest on both these days. Okay, so what does this suggest? This suggests that once the breakout has happened, the trajectory is upwards, then we have a corrective pullback, and that pullback is on that support, earlier resistance, now support region, and on 2 days we have buying interest. Okay, so let's come back to the original chart. So what I wanted to tell you is the entire phenomena that has happened here, it looks like we are going to see some degree of recovery in the dollar index. So our view is technically it looks like dollar index is likely to go higher. Okay, now how does this affect dollar INR? Let's have a look. Okay, let me come to dollar INR. This is the chart that we have been following, and we have been following quite regularly. Remember, two moving averages that we are following. One is this blue one, which is the 25-day moving average, and the other is this orange one, which is the 50-day moving average. And what we have seen is 25-day crossing below the 50-day moving average. So this is some kind of a temporary bearish signal. Okay, I want you to zoom in here as well. Okay, so this is some kind of a temporary signal. Okay, the 25-day crossing below the 50-day moving average, so a bearish signal. But we have seen such signals happening in the past. They have not been very conclusive, and we have either seen a sideways movement or resumption of the original trend. Okay, so let us come back to the long term slide. So what I want to tell about dollar INR is correlating to dollar index, we feel dollar index might go higher. So if dollar strengthens, then obviously we will see some pressure on the rupee. Okay, so here what we have seen multiple times is the 50-day moving average and the half percentage filter acting at very good support indicators. Okay, fortunately in the month of June, 2 weeks we saw in that range, 50-day moving average and the half percentage filter, and prices have been in between that line for almost like 2 weeks. So those are very good levels for dollar importers to buy. The level between 94, 94.50, those are good levels for dollar importers to hedge. Now what about dollar exporters? Now we have seen 95.20, 95.50, that is the region which is the current price. Okay, now we have seen the trend is upside, but temporary holding because of RBI action and a lot of expectation of inflows. The Brent prices have, crude oil prices have come down, so that is also good. So a lot of good things have been priced in. Okay, bad things have not been priced in, but the trend trajectory look upwards. So prices tend to go higher. So importers to hedge at this level, exporters can look to hedge something at 95.50, 95.60, but for exports I would prefer doing options more and forwards less. I showed the video last week where I had showed that option premiums had reduced substantially and it is now not reducing further. Okay, it has fallen and then not reducing further. Please do have a look at the last video which I posted last week. That tells us option premiums are unlikely to go further down. Okay, so dollar exporters 95.50 around those levels do more of vanilla options and some forwards, and dollar importers at that region of 94 and 94.50 excellent levels to buy for dollar imports, to hedge for dollar imports, do both forwards, a more of forwards and some vanilla options to hedge. Okay, so that is it from my side. Have a great weekend ahead.